Take two.
Okie dokie. Alright. By show of hands, how many of you guys can light your tap water on fire? Huh? You? Yeah? Any of you? Can any of you guys go up to your faucet, turn your water on, put a match or a lighter next to the water, and watch your sink just explode up in the flames? Anyone? Well, a lot of locals near fracking sites have been experiencing this phenomenon. Today I will be discussing with you hydraulic fracturing, aka fracking, its purpose, its benefits, and why there's so much fuss about it. Fracking is a great advantaging drilling technique with side effects. Let me start off with explaining exactly what fracking is and why oil companies love it. The U.S. has been sitting on a ton of natural gas, and we've never been able to get access to it until fracking came along. In this map you can see in the orange is where all the known natural gas wells are at, 7,000 to 10,000 feet underground, and in the pink are the spots we've already been drilling at and we've been tapping gas out of. Now the way it works is they drill 7,000 to 10,000 feet underground, and once they reach their point, they will hydraulically inject a mixture of water and chemicals, which at like thousands of psi, just thousands, and just break open the earth down here. After that, don't try reading it either. After that, the gas from the wells that they crack into will seep out, and they will go out into the tanks right there, and then this pit right there is where all the water, the fracking fluid, the mixture of water and chemicals, will come back out and just sit there. The U.S. Energy Information Agency reports that over 750 trillion cubic feet of technically recoverable gas and 24 billion barrels of technically recoverable shale oil resources currently exist in discovered shale plays. The discovered shale plays were the pink that we've already been drilling into. That's just like half of what we already drilled into. Like there's twice as much left, possibly. And it's said that each well we open up can provide provide natural gas for 20 to 40 years, which will allow us to not rely so much on natural or on foreign resources. But nothing too great comes without a price, such as the price the environment pays from fracking. Now the fracking fluid mixture is made up of 99% water and 1% chemical. The chemical mixture can be made up of up to 600 different types of chemicals, with a good handful of them being known carcinogens. The fracking fluid the drill sites do recover are dumped into the pit and then left to evaporate. What they do, they just leave the pits there, and they apply misters to the pits, which just shoots them out into the atmosphere. So people nearby will just breathe all those chemicals in, and the rest of it will come back down as acid rain. A lot of it also leaks out into nearby bodies of water, such as creeks, lakes, ponds, just anything like that. And any of the animals or critters that are out there, or the fish, they're susceptible to any of the effects of those chemicals. There have been many cases of just animals just lying dead next to creeks and rivers and whatnot from the effects of chemicals. In 2004, a study done by the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, concluded that underground water sources come in direct contact with fracking chemicals from routine fracking operations. The issue of leaks into nearby water sources, which are underground water sources that people who live nearby drink out of, leads to the potential of locals' health effects. There have been many coincidental cases of well water contamination after fracking sites started drilling. One of the symptoms of contamination have been the ability for locals to light their tap water on fire.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
What that was the methane gas that oil companies are drilling for, leaking into their well water and coming out their faucets. And when he puts his match or a lighter next to it, just catches on fire. With only 40% of the fracking fluid being recovered from each drill site, the potential of some of those chemicals in the fracking fluid mixture reaching the well water is a high risk. The Natural Resource Preservation Council says that drinking water sources have been contaminated with explosive methane, such as in the video, as well as other dangerous substances such as benzene and arsenic, which are known cancer-causing agents, and they can also cause other serious illnesses. So what do we have here? Well, we got this new drilling technique, fracking, that allows us to reach usually unreachable fossil fuels and provide us with our own domestic natural resources for decades to come, but only at the risk of significantly damaging the environment and endangering the well-being of the locals. This all brings us back to fracking being a great drilling advantage with its side effects. And I got one question for you. Do you believe it's worth it? Questions? Concerns? Comments?
So this fracking is just like in isolated areas pretty much.
Right now, so far, but a lot of the sites, if you like saw the map, I mean, there's major cities sitting on top of some of
They
the
just build in like.
But so far, they're doing it in a lot of rural areas where there's not a lot of population density.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I don't like that fracking.
You answered my question for that.
Other questions?
Why did you choose this subject?
I saw this movie. There's a documentary about all this. That's where that video was from. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe this is going on. Like, I never heard of it, and like, it just seems so epic that it's weird that no one heard of it. So, I inform you guys.
Thank you for informing us.
You're welcome.
Strengths of the speech, Joe Hunt. Okay. Eve?
Good footnotes.
Martin?
I think you're really organized.
Joel?
He explained terms clearly, especially ones that we might not know or understand.
And Devin?
It's an awesome topic. It's a lot that I knew nothing about.
Okay. I didn't know anything about it either, so that's cool. Things to work on or change suggestions, Kim Hunt? Devin? Eve?
I really didn't have any.
Martin?
A little bit of better eye contact, but this is small.
Devin?
I had nothing.
One thing I would suggest is maybe stronger transitions, so you can keep up with you a little bit better. The ones you had just kind of blended in and couldn't really tell where that was going.
Too vague.
And then maybe with the second visual aid, simplify it.
A second visual aid. What
The
was that?
second, number two with the
Oh, with all the
picture
little.
and the arrows.
Okay.
So maybe find something a little bit simpler with less words.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.